I'm Keerthana, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Technology in NGM College. Today we are going to learn about data types in Java. Data types is a special type of keyword which is used for allocating a sufficient memory of data or information. There are different type of data types in Java. They are primitive and non-primitive, whereas primitive is classified as numeric and non-numeric, and non-primitive is string, arrays and user-defined classes. In primitive class, numeric and non-numeric, in numeric it is further classified as integer and floating point, and non-numeric it is classified as characters and boolean. Non-primitives are string, arrays and user-defined classes. Whereas primitive and non-primitive data types. Primitive data type is also known as basic data types or fundamental data types. It is a pre-built data types. Its size and types of variables are fixed, whereas non-primitive data types are also known as reference data types. It does not store a value but store a reference of that value. Reference data types can be an array, classes or an interfaces. Primitive data types are numeric and non-numeric, where numeric are integer and floating point. Integer data types are byte, short, int and long, whereas floating data types are double and float. Non-numeric are character and boolean. Thus now we are going to see about integer data type. Integer data type helps to store a whole integer value or a whole number. It can be either a positive value or a negative value. Whereas example, number of peoples, number of lakes, etc. Then floating point data types is used to store floating point values, example, run rate, etc. Character is used to store characters like person, color, etc. Boolean is used to store a true or a false values. It may be a male or female, etc. Next, integer data types can further classified as byte, short, long and int, where byte takes 1 byte of storage and store values. It can be represented with the keyword byte, as byte A is equal to 2. In short, data types is a 16-bit integer. Its keyword used as short. It can be represented as short, B is equal, variable name is equal to value. When int data type is a 32-bit integer, it is represented using a keyword int, and int C is equal to a whole number value. Where long data type is a 64-bit integer, it uses a keyword long, and it can be a long L is equal to value, whole number value. Next, a floating point is further classified as float and double, where float is also a single precision value. Its value range is unlimited. It can be used. It can use as a keyword float, where it can be represented as float F is equal to 56 point as real numbers, where double is a double precision number. It uses a 64-bit floating point. Its value range is also unlimited. It is represented using a double value. Next, characters. Character is used in keyword char variable. It stores a single character from an Unicode character set. Each character corresponds to a unique number, where it can be delimited by a single quote. It can either be an uppercase letter, lowercase, punctuation, digits, etc. Next, boolean. Boolean value represents either a true or a false condition. It is used to represent any two states. It uses a keyword boolean. Next, non-primitive data types, whereas non-primitive data types are class, arrays and strings, where class is a category or a type of objects. It can be represented as class, cat or car. It is using a keyword class. Then array is used to store multiple homogeneous values in a single variable. It always have an index value starts from 0. Then string what represents a collection of characters. It uses a keyword string. It can be represented as string S is equal to hello. Thank you.